Hey guys, Mona Lisa here, and I'm going to be reacting to Breaking Bad Season 3, Episode 12. Yeah, we're coming to the end of the season, so I'm quite interested to see what's going to happen. I know a few of you guys have said that these two episodes are going to be big, so yeah, I can't wait to get started. Um, Last episode, Skyler is wanting to get more involved in the business, which I find quite funny. It's almost like it's going to be like this sort of like crime family, but we'll see what happens. And yeah, I've got Patreon if you guys like to check out the full reactions for various shows. It's on there. The link is below. And yeah, I just want to thank you guys for all the comments that you're putting in. You can see some of you guys are quite passionate about the show, which I love. So that being said, guys, let's get started.
Have you thought any more about what we discussed?
Thought any more, meaning reconsidered? No.
So show me the flaw in it.
Flaws, Skyler. Flaws, plural, not singular.
Took the seed money you won gambling, you invested it in the car wash that you helped run for 4 years, you hired your wife as a bookkeeper because guess what? She's actually a bookkeeper. Now that is a story an auditor can believe, so what am I missing?
You're missing that you should just take this money that I give you and not look too closely at it.
Yeah.
So, if, God forbid, I get caught, you maintain plausible deniability. But I'm noting a little hole in your plot, though. Why would your estranged husband be doing all this for you?
Because he loves his family and desperately wants a reconciliation, though it may be hopeless and futile. Then again, he'd try anything.
You know, maybe if he were back sleeping in his own bed.
Wow. It's suddenly a fantasy story.
I am at least going to be a part of this household. Dinner with the family every night of the week.
Not every night, no.
I mean,
Six
if the
nights a
only
week,
reason
one night off.
she wanted
Dinner
a
2
divorce
nights,
from
not
him
weekends.
because of all his
With
lies and all this
24
and
hours
that, you
notice.
know.
5 nights a week with no notice.
3, 6 hours notice.
5 nights a week with 2 hours notice.
4, don't push it.
It's like some kind of business deal. It's ridiculous.
How about we stop somewhere afterward and get a beer?
No, thanks. No. Maybe some other time.
Seriously. Get a beer with me.
Oh, it's because of who's selling.
What the hell are you doing?
That's ours, right? Look at it and tell me if that's ours.
Yes, it's ours. Now put it away.
I need rice.
Oh, my God.
Oh, shit.
These two. Hey,
No.
they gotta go. Right, I got the entire thing figured out.
No.
The delivery method, everything. All I need from you is the poison. That's all. I know a woman who buys from these two once or twice a week. All right, she brings them hamburgers because they sit in their car all day and they get hungry. So she brings some food and they knock a few bucks off her price. There's your delivery system right there. I could be a mile away.
Jesus. A method? You're trusting to do this?
You know what? That method stood up to your brother-in-law. Right? He questioned her for 5 hours. She didn't give it up.
No, Jesse, you cannot be serious. This is a ridiculous idea.
It's ridiculous. What, so you're saying it's not gonna work? How about back
It's
when it
not a
was
bad
your
idea,
plan?
but
Back when we were gonna use it on Tuco.
Apples and oranges.
Guy eats rice and 2 or 3 days later he gets the flu or a heart attack or something and he kneels over. That's what you said. Untraceable back to us. To me.
What you are talking about here is pointless. This achieves nothing. It accomplishes accomplishes nothing.
Thing is, if Jesse takes these two guys out, there's always just gonna be new guys.
You don't see what
Could potentially be worse.
There's no way I can explain it to you.
Jesse, listen to me. You are not a murderer. I'm not, and you are not. It's as simple as that.
I mean, I think if he's to do it without Walt's help, it's gonna get messy, but with Walt's help, he could probably get away with it. Oh, he's actually doing it. Oh.
Bitch. You know I'm hourly, right? What's plan B?
I don't know. I really don't.
Well, let's brainstorm.
Could you get him arrested?
You want your criminal associate taken into police custody?
No, listen. I know it sounds risky, but it wouldn't be anything that would get him into real trouble, and nothing that could lead back to our business. Just some minor offense.
Pinkman in jail. I don't know. I'm picturing it.
Jail, as in jail. Jail.
You're talking about a level 2 joint.
Something that keeps him off the street for, say, 30 days. Then by the time he gets out, tempers have cooled, and hopefully we can move on.
Well,
No, you don't.
Roswell
No.
Correctional's pretty low impact, you know.
So it's possible, right?
Yeah, well, it falls under my premium services package, but you can afford that. I'll call my PI.
Premium service.
What are you doing? If you need to talk, use the phone.
This isn't a phone talk, Walter. Your wife's out, right? Oh. Oh, isn't she something? I got a granddaughter a few years older.
What can I do for you?
I spoke to Goodman about Pinkman and this plan of yours.
And?
I'm not gonna do it.
Why?
Because it's moronic.
Saul said you've done things like this before.
The problem is the boss wouldn't like it.
Saul?
My boss. Your boss. And if Pinkman were arrested, he'd take it as a problem. Well, you got a good thing going here. We all do. You want to risk it all on one junkie? Now, I realize you two have a history, but this kid's been on the bubble a while now. It's a long time coming. Now, one night, my partner's out sick, and it's just me. And the call comes in, and it's the usual crap. Broke her nose in the shower kind of thing. So I cuff him, put him in the car, and away we go. So instead of left, I go right out into nowhere. And I kneel him down, and I put my revolver in his mouth. And I told him, this is it. This is how it ends. And he's crying, going to the bathroom all over himself, swearing to God he's gonna leave her alone, screaming. Much as you can with a gun in your mouth. But 2 weeks later, he killed her.
Yeah.
Of course. Caved her head in with the base of a wearing blender. We got there was so much blood you could taste the metal. I'll never make that mistake again.
So why they wanted to take Jess out? I don't get it.
Can I have another bump?
You had your bump. All right, we get this thing done, then you can have all you want.
Oh.
I need you to come with me.
Oh shit. They're gonna kill him. Oh, they're taking him to... Oh, that's Walt's car. Oh, shit.
Sit down. I understand that you have a problem with 2 of my employees. It is true that they killed one of your associates. It is possible that they acted rashly. But on the other hand, there was provocation. The man was selling on their territory. This will go no further. It will be settled right here, right now.
You told him.
Wait outside. Those men outside are my trusted employees. And when I learned what you intended to do, if it wasn't for this man and the respect I have for him, I would be dealing with this in a very different way. You don't look at him, you look at me. This is what happens now. My men will come back inside, and you will shake their hands, and you will make peace. And that will be the end of this.
No.
Oh, fuck.
Pardon me?
These kids. These assholes of yours, they got an 11-year-old kid doing their killing for them. You got anything to say here?
Bring them back.
This is making me uneasy, man. I mean, using the kids is, I mean, that's always been done, so I'd imagine that's Augustus' order as well.
No more children. Understand? And you. You keep the peace. Say it.
Yeah. I'll keep the peace.
I mean, that's gotta feel like some kind of betrayal, that, doesn't it?
I'll tell you what. If I can get the groundhog to see his shed,
It's not gonna happen, I'm sorry.
I'm betting.
What?
And if he does, you check out of here.
Ray, give up. I mean, seriously, it's not gonna happen.
The murder of a young boy in the South Valley. Police have yet to release a statement, but sources indicate that 11-year-old Tomas Cantillo may have been the victim of a gang-related execution. An anonymous tip brought police to a playground in the 4700 block of 8th Avenue late last night.
I'm sorry. I have to go.
Oh, so that's the new deal. No, you're not. Oh no, shit. Holy shit. Oh no.
Run.
What? Oh no, this is fucked up, man. Alright, so that was episode 12. Yeah, I can see why you guys said this was a good episode. It's really gone down the wrong way now, hasn't it? Yeah. We started off with Jesse's the prostitute who was his friend dealing, not dealing, or prostituting, and it turns out that she's getting her drugs from the two guys that uh, were involved in Combo's death, and yeah, Jesse's wanting to use his friend to take these guys out. We had Skyler sort of trying to convince Walt that she should be involved in the business, and Walt is like, "No, I don't want you to." It's almost like she was trying to negotiate with him, and yeah, he wasn't having it. I found that quite interesting. It's crazy. It's almost like, yeah, it's just a business sort of negotiation, I want to get in and all this and that, and then Walt is like, well, then I want five nights, dinner, and yeah, I don't know, it's ridiculous. I think I could imagine that at some point, she is gonna get her way. It seems like the women in this show sort of get their way regardless of what's going on. Yeah, we sort of had Jesse trying to set up murdering these guys, and he wants Walt's help with the ricin, so basically poisoning these guys. And Walt is like, no, this is not going to happen. You're crazy. We can't do that. It's which yeah, obviously Walt, yeah, he's right. It's crazy to take out these guys because there's obviously a chain, and I think they've just been giving orders by Gus, and they're just going by what they're being told. They're not the leaders in this area. That is Gus. Everything comes from Gus. So yeah, it's crazy. I can see why Jesse would want revenge, but yeah, you gotta think bigger than that. Yeah. I found it quite interesting in this episode that both Skyler and Marie, they're sort of trying to use Junior to influence the guys. Marie was sort of like, because she wants obviously Hank to go home and stay home, and she sort of she was telling Junior that there's really no reason why Hank would need to be in the hospital. So she's trying to influence Junior to get Hank to sort of to convince Hank it's time to go home. And Skylar was doing the same thing with the car wash. She was telling Junior that her and her father, his father, were sort of talking about starting a business together, and just like, leave Junior out of this. He doesn't need to get involved in your little arguments with your other halves. It's ridiculous. And yeah, I didn't like that, but I suppose they're just using Junior as a weapon, aren't they? So yeah, I didn't like it. Obviously with the Jesse situation, Walt doesn't want Jesse to go through with it. He doesn't want, I think Walt sees the bigger picture, and he knows, they need to be careful. These are not the kind of guys you just mess around with. And he went to see Saul. They were trying to sort it out that way, but obviously Saul is, I would imagine he told Mike, and Mike then told Gus, and then Mike then came to see Walt. And yeah, everybody knows what's going on, and that is true what Gus said. He knows everything, doesn't he? He knows who he gets into business with. So yeah, Mike was telling Walt a story about this guy he wanted to kill because he was like a wife beater, and he didn't go through with it, and that ended up the lady got murdered 2 weeks after, and obviously that's affected Mike, because he could have taken this guy out and prevented this murder from happening, but he didn't. And it's almost like he was suggesting to Walt, Jesse, he's reckless. We need to take this kid out, and I mean, obviously they didn't, because they took Jesse out to see Gus, and I honestly thought this was going to be like old sort of like mafia style, where they take him somewhere and you never see him again. But I think it's definitely courtesy to Walt that there was going to be a sit down and not getting rid of Jesse. Obviously Gus, I think, given the orders for these guys to use the kids. I don't doubt that. I don't think that would be their choice. I would imagine Gus. I mean, Gus knows everything, so he knows they're using kids, and it is a clever way, because kids can only get in so much trouble because they're underage than that. So, unfortunately, you see that a lot, that younger kids are used to be dealing drugs. Jesse was hot-headed, he's so full of anger, which you can understand. His best friend got killed, and his boss that he hates. He knew about it. And all Gus wanted Jess to do was just shake hands and just forget about it. But Jesse was like, no, I'm not going to forget about it. These guys use kids, and they had a kid kill my friend. And so Gus was like, okay, you guys stop using kids, and shake hands. So they did. But I think that was a message with Thomas getting killed. I think that was probably a message to Jesse, maybe. It's like, don't try and tell us what to do, because this is what's going to happen. We're not going to use kids, but these kids are loose end. They can talk, and so I don't know quite how that was meant to be, whether it's a warning to Jesse, or whether it was just this kid knows too much, so we have to get rid of him, because now we're not using him as for dealing. So I'm not quite sure what that was. But Walt was at the house, and sort of nearly having dinner with the family, and then he heard on the news that Thomas got killed, and that's obviously why he's not been able to get a hold of Jesse. Jesse obviously heard about the murder, and he was with his girlfriend when it happened. So Jesse wants revenge on these guys for. I think he feels guilty, and I think it's probably maybe Jesse's fault that this kid got murdered. Not directly, but there was a consequence for his actions, and I think that was one of the outcomes. So he went to try and he got back on the meth, didn't he? I think it was probably to get courage, and he was going to confront these guys and kill them. But I think if Walt hadn't stepped in there and hit them with the car, they would have killed Jesse. I think they were quicker on the trigger than Jesse was. So it's just basically fucked everything up now. I don't even know what's going to happen, because now Jesse got Walt involved, and the only reason why Gus didn't kill Jesse was a courtesy to Walt, but now Walt has killed two of his guys. So I don't know if they're both going to be a target now, or whether Gus likes Walt too much to. I don't know. I can't wait for the season finale. Yeah, this is just crazy. I was not expecting this, so yeah, there could be a price on both of their heads. Yeah, I'm not gonna speculate too much because I'm not very good at that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna stop here, guys. A very good episode, and I'm really excited to the season finale. And I just want to thank you guys so much for watching my reactions and commenting, and that is absolutely brilliant. And yeah, that being said, guys, I'll see you in the next one.